Okay, guys. I haven't been down here in about 3 weeks because every weekend I'd get ready to come down, it would rain. For those of you who haven't seen it, that's the insulation I'm going to use in the floors and walls of my cabin. It kind of looks bad on the outside, but on the inside it's primo. I laid all these down on my trailer like that, and then I stood my windows up on their edge, and then I put these in between each window, and I used, as you can see on the ground there, every ratchet strap I owned, and I snugged those suckers down real good. And I made it all the way down here, didn't break a single window, and I even knocked on wood just to make sure. Anyways, I've been out here since about 5:15. I wanted to get out here while it was still dark because it's so much easier to use the laser. And I got all of my pads. There's a couple of them in there that are crooked, but the lines are straight, and it won't make any difference because you won't be able to see any of that after I get through. But I got all my pads level all the way around. I mean, they're so close. They're just right there on the money. I'll be able to do a little adjusting with the mud, of course, as I go. I'm down here by myself, and it's really hard. I about walked my blameful self to death last time I was down here, hooking a tape measure and dragging it over, and hooking a tape measure and dragging it over, and trying to square this thing by yourself is just, it's just almost impossible. You can do it, and I had it really close, but it was just, I was just walking my blameful self to death, because you'd make an adjustment, then you got to measure everything, make an adjustment, then you got to measure everything. So I got out here yesterday, and it's not mowed. I brush hogged this place just as fast as I could go with my riding lawnmower. Then I got the weed eater out and went around and did a bunch of weed eating and kind of cleaned up. But anyways, I got out here and I got some 2x4s that I had in the shop, and I cut them down to 4 of them 16 foot, and then I screwed those 4 together, or 2 of them here and 2 of them over there, and then I took 2 more 16 footers and I cut off 3 inches. They were like 16 foot and a little bit. I cut off 3 inches and whatever it took to get it to the proper length of 16 foot from the outside measurement to the outside measurement on each end. And I mean, within a quarter, less than a quarter of an inch being perfectly square right now. And I said, that's good enough. That's close enough. I'm not going for perfection. I'm going for really good and close. Like I said, I am not a carpenter. I don't even pretend to be one. If this sucker needed to be painted, I'd have it painted. That's what I do. But I've got that little laser and that stick and laser finder, and I got out here this morning and I started right here. That's my highest one, and I raised them up and just worked my way around. Then when I got over that corner, I started having to add a 2x4 to the height of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. I had to bring them up. I had to build one more box and just screw it to the top to get it up high enough. So they're all, the pads are, I mean, just almost perfect. They're just as close as I could get them, and close is really pretty good. I mean, because we're talking about they're within, you know, just a less than a quarter of an inch of each other. They're really close. But R&R Builders, he showed me how to make a deal like this, to a batting board, I believe is what they call them, to run your strings. And I watched a couple of other guys on YouTube who helped me so much to do this, and I promise you, if I can do this, anybody can, as I am not a carpenter. But if you want to know how to do it and do it right, watch one of those guys on YouTube. Those guys are so smart. They're so smart. I'm fixing to get my long tape measure out and measure to where my blocks will be. My block right there will be 8 foot, and this block will be 8 foot and 8 foot, and then of course 16 foot on the ends. And I'm going to mark those lines with a piece of tape, because I've already got some black marks on them and I don't want to get confused on where I'm at. So I'm just going to put a piece of electrical tape around that or maybe masking tape or duct tape, something. I got some I'm gonna put something on it, just some real thin slices, so I know exactly where 8 foot is, and I'm not gonna get confused with an old mark. And that way I know I got it right. And anyways, I just thought I'd come out here and show you what I'm doing this morning. It's 10 o'clock. Like I said, I got out here a little after 5, and I got all the pads leveled. I got everything is square, and I am fixing to get the backhoe and come over here and get me a big trailer load of gravel, get my little gorilla cart and get me a big trailer load of sand, and get everything all set up and start. I'm gonna take these forms down that I built to help me square it, and I'm gonna start mixing concrete. When I get to mixing concrete, I'll bring you back. Thanks a lot, guys, for checking in with me, and I'll talk to you later.